Welcome in to our next leg in our race around the world here at the Pitstop Pals, part of the Reality Realm Network. My name is Kevin Oliver.
My name is Bruce Heller.
You put the question mark in a different spot this week.
I put the question mark in the middle of the sentence and ended strong. I wasn't sure how that was going to come out, but I like it.
Hey, whatever helps you sleep at night. That's
Mostly a pillow and a blanket. Last night I had my dog next to me. So
you let her out of the cage for the night?
I've been doing that lately, and I had
Don't tell
some
mom.
frustrations where I ended up fussing at her last night, and my parents, when I was driving home from the phone store, told me to love on her and make sure she knows I don't hate her forever, which I got home and she acted like everything was fine. So I don't know. I let her sleep in the bed sometimes, usually in the
Don't
kennel.
tell mom.
What?
Don't tell mom.
Oh, I have a blanket I have over my bed that's a dog hair guard. If mom uses my bedroom again, I just take that off the bed and there's no hair on the bed.
I know, but I thought she was the one that told you to keep him in the kennel.
That was when I first got
Keep
her,
her in the kennel.
so she'd get used to it, but she's used to it now.
Hmm.
I would have done it at my house when I lived with them with the dog, with one of the dogs there, but my bed was a loft and I didn't trust my miniature dachshund to not jump down from there while I was asleep. Because my bed, until I moved, was a bunk bed that didn't have the bottom bunk in it. So it was just like a top bunk loft.
Okay.
So not suitable to have a dog up there with me. They could get hurt if they jump down.
Right.
But I can do that here in my house now. So
Yeah.
just something I do sometimes. There's really no rhyme or reason as to when.
Fair enough.
Sometimes
Um,
I'm too lazy to get up and put her in the box and close the box, so I just stay in bed and fall asleep.
that checks.
But this is not a dog podcast, unfortunately.
Oh man, you're right. This is an Amazing Race podcast where we are talking about season 16, episode 7, titled Anonymous.
Yes.
Do you
No, I
know who
don't.
said
No, I
Anonymous?
don't.
Really?
I don't remember. I didn't write it down.
At the end of the episode, Mr. Brent meant to say unanimous, but he said
Uh,
anonymous instead
oh
when they were
yeah, when
talking.
they were like fully ragging on Brandy and Carol to Phil.
Yeah, yeah,
That was great. I enjoyed that scene.
I'm sure you did.
Nothing they said was incorrect.
I know.
So
All right, so we're flying to. Oh, wait, never mind. It is quote time. You got any
it
quotes
is.
for me, Bruce?
Let me count how many I have.
Oh, I'll count mine too.
8.
Wow, that's a lot for you.
Yeah.
I only have 9, so you were pretty close to me this time.
Number 1, I never met an ox I couldn't trust. Number 2 is just Brett and Katie bickering, but
I
it's
think
not.
you had that backwards. It
Well,
was I've never met an ox that I can trust.
uh, well, pretend I said that then. Number 2 is Brett and Katie bickering, but it made me laugh. And I said last week I was afraid that they would like become Ron and Kelly and the bickering would be insufferable. The Brett and Katie bickering is funny. Like
Yeah.
this interaction is just them repeating each other. Dummy, you're a dummy. Freaking idiot, you're a freaking idiot. Their bickering's not insufferable. It's just so stupid it's funny. They're just repeating each other.
Right.
I have we got the fastest tortoise ever. Number 4 is Steve when the turtle was following the banana. That's what her mom does to me, but it's usually with a beer or something.
Yep. I had that as well.
Um, Dan and Jordan talking to their ox that they named. Come on, Box, you can do it. Describe
Yeah,
one.
box the ox. Yep.
We're in Africa, but like tropical paradise Africa you didn't know existed. I forget who that was. I think it was either Dan or Jordan.
Hmm.
Um, Either Michael or Louis talking on what the ox was thinking as it was pulling them. Why do
Yep, I
I
had that
gotta
as well.
pull you two fat bastards? Why can't I get the skinny girls?
Yep, I had that as well.
And finally, from your favorite team, this is talking about swimming trunks. This is a
Yep, I
happy
had that as well.
this is a happy medium between jeans and speedos,
Yeah.
which is just
Okay, so
hilarious.
I just want to get the mean lesbians out.
Yeah, I almost wrote that down, but I've written down some version of that in
Hmm.
previous episodes already.
Hmm. And this is what you were trying to reference earlier. I've never met an oxen I can trust. And turtles are cool, was the
Oxen
full
I
quote.
could trust. Okay, I thought it was ox I couldn't. Oxen is what threw me off, and I put that N sound on the wrong word.
Hmm. And then that's what her mom does to me all the time, but usually it's a beer or something. I had that as well there.
It's so good. They had
I
a good
got,
episode.
I guess this is like carrying a 2-year-old all day. That's a big 2-year-old.
I remember that.
Talking about the 20-pound bag of bananas. Ooh, ooh, that's a wet one. Don't wag your tail. Dan was talking to Box the Ox.
Yeah, I love that they named it so much.
Hmm. Does anyone have a napkin to wipe his mouth? Is what Brandy said about the tortoise. Another one you said, look at that, look at the size of you two fat bastards. Why do I have to pull you? Why couldn't I get the two skinny ladies?
Michael and Louie are so much fun. I love them.
Me too. And then another one that you said, board shorts are a happy medium between jeans and speedos.
That's what it was.
I also got Phil saying, Louis, by the time this race is over, you might be fit.
I remember that. That was wild.
We always talk about Spicy Jeff, but on Survivor, but I don't. We got
We
some
got
Spicy Phil here today.
we got sassy Mr. Phil.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Jet says when you hit bottom, there's only one way to go, and that's up. And Cord says you should write a country song.
I mean, it tracks. Yeah.
And that was my quote list.
Nice.
So we're flying to say, or nobody can say this right. It's Seychelles, but we had Seychelles, say, there was a bunch of things. That was the most common one. Seychelles, people kept saying. It's the
Seashell.
Seychelles. It's the Seychelles where we're going. Um,
We're gonna go collect
and
seashells at Seychelles.
something like that. And everybody's going to be on the same flight because of how remote this location is. And I do not love that mechanic of the race.
Yeah.
Like a big part of coming in first, besides your reward, is that you also get to leave for the next leg in first. I don't love that. Like Michael and Lou, like coming in first on a leg like this where everybody's leaving at the same time, coming in first is, I would argue, more of a disadvantage.
Yeah. You still get the prize though.
Yeah, you still get the prize, but starting the next leg, I have to get up earlier, or like be up earlier and stay up longer to do the same thing you're doing and leaving 6 hours later.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I get that it's a 12-hour mandatory rest for everybody, but then I get to the airport and I just got to twiddle my thumbs until everybody gets there and we all leave. Just like that. Yep.
For those
Um,
on audio, I just moved my thumbs around a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if he was necessarily twiddling them, but close enough.
What is twiddling? So
I
like
think this is
twiddle dee and twiddle dum?
no, I think this is twiddling your thumbs. You're not even looking. How are you supposed to?
That's what I was doing.
No, you weren't. You did this.
It's the same motion. My hands just weren't connected.
But
My thumbs are doing the same thing.
no, because my thumbs are touching each other. Yeah, I think that is different than what you were doing. Yeah, I think twiddling requires contact between the thumbs.
This is great for the audio audience, which most of our audience is YouTube anyway, but sorry to the audio people that we're sitting here playing with our thumbs on camera.
I'm
Let's
not sorry.
listen to.
Um,
But you knew what you were signing up for when you hit play on this episode, so that's on you.
that's true. If you're still watching at this point,
That's a great way to grow my podcast is telling the audience that the things they don't like are their fault.
hey, maybe they did like it. Maybe it's like ASMR, right? Like they just heard us. I don't hear the crumpling of your money if that's what you're hoping for.
It's
It
someone folded it up to look like a shirt. Someone's grandkid at church on a Sunday, and these were just left on my desk. And there's also a pair of pants.
that's great.
So these just there's also a boat that when the person was counting the offering these Sundays, he decided to just leave them on my desk for me. So these live here now.
So you owe the church $3?
I mean, I guess I didn't ask for them to be left there. They chose to leave them on my desk. So I don't know if that's my responsibility if I didn't ask for it.
I don't know.
But we're going to Seychelles. Yeah,
No,
never heard of that before this
Seychelles.
episode.
Seychelles.
Close enough. Yeah, Seychelles. Like seashells. Sally sells those down by the seashore.
All right, so everybody's on one flight, and you get to pick your seats on the flight. Michael and Louis and Jet and Cord didn't think that through, and so they went and ate before they went to get their seats, which was not great because that puts them at the back of the pack, and we see people like Brent and Katie get the closest seats at row 7.
Yeah.
But anyway, once you get to Seychelles, you're gonna go to a kiosk and take a number, and that's gonna be the order in which you do this next part, which is that they are going to fly by helicopter to the island of La Digue. The first 3 teams are going to go, and then the next 3 teams are going to go an hour later. And so the order that they took numbers at the kiosk were Brent and Katie, Steve and Allie, Dan and Jordan. So those 3 are on the first flight. And then it was Michael and Louie, Carol and Brandy, and Jet and Cord that would be getting there an hour later. And once you get there on the helicopter, you get your next clue, and it's detour time that you have to choose between turtle toddle or ox trot. Do you want to explain turtle toddle and ox trot?
Yes. So with the turtle toddle, you use a banana to lure a 500-pound, 100-year-old giant tortoise across a marked path on a lawn. And once he crosses the line, both team members have to deliver a giant bunch of bananas to a fruit merchant a mile and a half away. And on ox trot, you pull a cart to a clearing where they have to load a pile of coconuts. And after an ox is hitched to that cart, you have to deliver the coconuts to that same fruit merchant.
Yeah. Most people chose the ox trot. We had Steve and Allie who did the turtle toddle. Carol and Brandy started it, but they ended up switching to ox trot. So Brent and Katie, Dan and Jordan, Michael and Louie, Jet and Cord, and Brandy and Carol all completed the ox trot. Um, and a lot of people, one of the things you didn't say about ox trot is you can't miss any of your coconuts.
Oh my gosh.
There were 3 teams that had to turn around. Was it 3? Yeah, 1, Yeah. There were three teams, Brent and Katie, Jet and Cord, and Brandy and Carol, who all had to turn around because they missed one coconut.
And Brandy and Carol were like arguing with the guy about it. Like, are you sure? Like, we got the whole pot. Like, why would he lie to you?
I mean, Brent and Katie, Brent literally was throwing a temper tantrum and threatened
Yeah,
to quit.
I forgot
So
about that, honestly.
that was even worse.
Yeah, like, guys, what are all of them that did that? What are we doing? Why would he lie to you and make you go back for no reason? If he says you forgot it, you forgot it.
Yeah. Steve and Allie left their bags back at the Turtle Toddle, and so they're going to be running the rest of this race without their bags, just their fanny packs.
Yeah, that and they have everything they need, but that's crazy.
Yeah, but Allie thinks she needs her makeup and clothes and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Once you finish the detour, you're going to take a boat to St. Pierre Island, by the way.
This is we're in Africa, but tropical paradise Africa that we didn't know existed.
Yeah. And at this point, Steve and Allie still hadn't realized that they didn't pick up their bags until they see that Dana and Jordan have their bags, and then they realized they didn't have theirs.
Yep.
Um, but they ended up deciding to just run the rest of the race without them. Uh, and so they don't try to jump out or make the boat turn around or anything like that. They take the boat out to St. Pierre Island where they get their clue for the roadblock. 7 bottles up.
Yes.
Do you want to explain 7 bottles up?
I would love to. The way the roadblock works is that teams are taken near the shoreline of. No, that's after the roadblock. Sorry. The roadblock itself is one team member has to dive into the ocean and retrieve one of 7 bottles that's tied to a platform in the water. And once they do that, then the teams are taken near the shoreline of Praslin and they have to swim to land. And once they're on the shore, they have to empty the bottle and reveal a puzzle map that, when assembled, will lead them to the pit stop at Paradise Sun Hotel.
Man, it's almost like you read that right off the Wikipedia page.
This one I did copy off the Wikipedia page. I wasn't paying attention when I'm watching because like I'm taking notes and sometimes I miss his explanations for stuff. So I have the rate like the leg summary of the Wikipedia page pulled up, and if I miss an explanation for a challenge, I'll just copy that onto my notes.
I just go back if I miss something or pause so I can write down what
True.
I watch on my iPad though, so it's a lot easier than if you're watching on your TV or like you who uses your laptop and then would have to get up and
I've
go.
actually since I didn't have my laptop for a week, I have been using the Roku TV in my bedroom a lot more because that was all my the only TV I could use for that week, and the habit has just stuck. So I'm not using the laptop quite as much. But
Oh, well, so with the Roku remote, it's really easy to just go back 10
yeah,
seconds.
I'm just in the habit of using Wikipedia as a backup source.
Hmm. All right, so the people who did the roadblock were Steve, Jordan, Brent, Michael, Cord, and Brandy. Um, Jordan took 3 tries to get this bottle back up to the boat.
Yeah,
He was struggling. Um,
it was for sure.
yeah. And it was about this time when we saw Brandy and Carol switch roadblocks. I don't really understand why they switched roadblocks, but they did.
Yeah, who knows?
Um, but we have our first place finisher for this leg, Stephen Alley. And they win. They get to dine oceanside and get massages, and they get $7,000 each, all provided by 7 Up.
Nice. I love that there's a soda brand that just sponsored the reward for this leg. That's awesome.
I think they sponsored the whole leg.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
would love for if you and me were doing it to win a leg and a soda brand did all the rewards. That'd be cool.
I would not.
I didn't say, well, yeah. I was gonna say I didn't say which soda brand I was thinking of, but you don't drink any of it, so.
Yeah.
But that just means when they give us bulk, because part of their reward was they got a whole supply of Seven Up. That
I
just means
want
that just means if Mountain Dew gives us each a supply, I get yours also. That's a
I
win.
want Propel to do it.
Eh, that's
I
okay.
love Propel.
Sunny D would be cool.
I'd be okay with Sunny D, but I'd rather be Propel.
I want Mountain Dew.
No.
Like, just give me all the cans of the battery acid that is my preferred drink. It's not actually battery acid, by the way, people. That's just what
Pretty
I
close. Pretty close.
probably could power a battery, honestly.
Probably.
Tastes
All
good.
right.
So,
Dan and Jordan, team number 2. Um,
yes.
yeah, and then we just see all these fiascos with the coconuts. Because the only thing that's happening right now is Jet and Gordon, Brandy and Carol are having to go back and forth with their ox because they dropped coconuts.
Yeah.
Um, and then we have Brent and Katie who helped Michael and Louie with getting to the pit stop and helping them with their map puzzle because they wanted Brandy and Carol out.
Yeah. And this is where I wrote down a scene here. Or no. Louis and Michael and Brent and Katie absolutely dogging on Carol and Brandy to Mr. Phil. I'm
Yeah, because
here
Brent and
for
Katie
it.
got third here, Louie and Michael got fourth, and then Mr. Phil kind of asked them who they wanted, but asked them both point blank who they wanted to see go home next.
Yeah.
And
And
Michael and Louis and Carolyn and Brent and Katie said that Carolyn Brandy is who they want gone, and Katie actually said that they don't deserve to be there because they're so mean.
I didn't know Michael and Louis didn't like them. Brent and Katie have every reason to feel the way they do because Brandy and Carol is talking to themselves loudly, act like Katie is the dumbest person alive every leg.
Right.
I don't blame Katie at all for not wanting them there. Like,
Which, to be fair, according to Brent, it's not just that Michael and Louis also don't like them, but it's anonymous among all the teams.
is this gonna be like? I'm reminded of when my mom and I watched the first season and Team Guido, like it reached a certain point where almost nobody liked them. Like,
Mhm.
is that what's happening here? We just have one team that is the villain of the season to all the
I mean,
contestants.
I feel like that's not uncommon.
No, that's just what I was. Maybe it's because these are lesbians and like the Team Guido guys were gay guys. Maybe that's the connection I made. But
Maybe. I mean, Rob and Amber were that on season
yeah,
7. Nobody wanted to see Rob and Amber.
Team Guido came back, I think, for the first All Star season that I haven't seen, but I think they come back. Season one is fun. Here's the crazy thing, though, is because it was the first season and it's different. There was a leg where someone just skipped a challenge, and the time penalty was 24 hours.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm glad they didn't keep that.
Me too.
But yeah, I a lot of the season so far, Brandy and Carol have gone back and forth for me between I find you entertaining and I don't like you. And the
Mhm.
entertaining moments are less and less as the season goes on. Like
See, I don't mind them.
they're just
So,
mean and catty at this point. Like the way they are about Katie drives me nuts.
mm,
Like I still find them entertaining sometimes. It's just not the 50-50 balance it used to be. And at
fair
this
enough.
point, of the teams that are left, Carol and Brandy are my least favorite, but there's not anyone I don't enjoy watching. So,
Fair enough.
well, not anyone I never enjoy watching. I don't, like I just said, I don't like Carol and Brandy sometimes, but that goes back and forth.
Hmm. All right, so Jet and Cord, they get to the pit stop as team number 5, but they don't have their bottle.
Why does this keep? This is like the third time this season A team has shown up to the pit stop without their clue for the pit stop. Why does this keep happening?
But it wasn't that they didn't go through the stuff. Brent and Katie, like that one time, I think it was actually last week, literally went to the pit stop without having done the detour.
Yeah, but before that too, that was last time. The first time they did the thing and just didn't bring the clue with them or something. They did this exact thing.
Well, no, no, because the thing was they didn't even find the clue.
Oh,
Brent and Katie didn't. Jet and Cord had their stuff. They just left it on the boat.
why do we keep having so much problems with the pit stop clue though? Like this is wild that this like something along these lines has happened 3 times now. And
Hmm.
given 2 of them were the same team. So like yeah, that just doesn't bode well on them. But now other teams are doing it too.
Right. But the problem was that Jet and Cord had to swim 300 yards back out to their boat
Yeah, that sucks.
and back in to shore.
Yeah.
And that really cost them because Brandy and Carol were able to check in as team number 5 before they got back to the pit stop.
Yep.
They were team number 6, saved by a non-elimination leg,
Saved by the bell.
saved by the bell.
Good show.
And so they will face a speed bump next time. Um, and then the next time on, we see them having cab trouble. Their cab leaves them uh, when they asked him to wait for him. And it looks like we're going to Malaysia.
Yes, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Malaysia's in Asia.
Good job.
You can remember that because it's got the word Asia in it.
Yeah. Good job. Do you have anything else from the actual episode before we do power rankings?
No, this was a fun-ish episode.
All right, let's hear you. What do you got? Who do you got at number 6?
Number 6. This is gonna be Carol and Brandy. They should have been last this week. Like I said, we're just on the struggle bus as a cast this season with pit stop clues. Jet and Cord will have a speed bump, but the speed bumps, like the other speed bump, wasn't that bad this year. So I think if Dan and Jordan can survive a speed bump, Jet and Cord definitely can.
Mm.
So yeah, Carol and Brandy are last.
I have Carol and Brandy last year as well. I think that I think they're strong, and I'm not convinced that they're going home next week. Um, but finishing 5th should have finished in last. I I can't put them any higher at the moment.
They're not a weak team, but they're probably the weakest team left.
Yeah, I disagree.
I assume you're thinking Brett and Katie are, but Brett and Katie consistently finish ahead of them, haven't they?
No,
Oh, I thought they
Brenton.
did.
No, Brent and Katie finished second week 1, and they've been at the back middle to back of the pack ever since.
Well, that's where Carol and Brandy have mostly been too,
No,
in
they
the
haven't.
pack.
They're like high middle or top.
They're not
They have
top.
never been 1, but top is in top 2 or 3.
They've never been two either.
Last week, weren't they?
Maybe if they were, I'm gonna call it a fluke. They were last week. They had a fluky run. Okay,
No, if you look at their placements this season, it is far and above better than Brent and Katie.
fair enough.
And I would argue that Carol and Brandy are a better team than Dan and Jordan.
Oh, I forgot about them. Never mind. I withdraw calling Carol and Brandy the weakest team left. So 2 episodes ago, Carol and Brandy were fifth. Brent and Katie were sixth. Episode 4, they were 2 spots ahead of them, fifth and seventh. So I remembered slightly wrong. I think I had Brent and Katie mixed up with Steve and Allie finish wise. I was thinking of Steve and Allie's finishes, but I said Brent and Katie.
That's very different.
Well, it's got the word "and" in it.
Oh my gosh.
This is Of all the times I've come up with a really loose, really stupid connection for why things are similar, that might be the loosest, dumbest connection I've ever said.
That was pretty rough.
That's amazing. Oh, I love that so much.
All right, who do you have at fifth?
This is hard because, like I said, I think they're better than some of the teams ahead of them, but I'm going Jet and Cord here for the sole purpose of speed bump.
Me too.
Like, speed bump doesn't mean you go home, but it makes it hard to pass anyone.
Right. Yeah, I don't think Jet and Cord are going home, but I do think that like starting at the bottom and having a speed bump, it's hard to justify much
They're a
higher than
better team than Dan and Jordan, but I don't think
and Brent and
that's
Katie.
to them next week.
They're a I mean, they're a top three team still, in my opinion. But
Yeah,
power ranking wise,
but they're
I
not going
can't
to
put them
finish there
higher.
next week.
Yeah. Who do you got four?
Number four, this is Dan and no, that's Brent and Katie. I forgot about them. I wasn't looking at my list for a second.
Make up your mind.
I said Brent and Katie. I just
I
had to look
know.
at my list. I was trying to go off memory.
I also have Brent and Katie here. They finished third, put them in fourth. I still think that they are probably the weakest team in this race.
But they're not weak overall. Like at this point, there's not a bad team left.
I agree.
So, and their dynamic is just funny to watch to me. Even when they're arguing, it's entertaining.
I think that we honestly just have the same power ranking again.
You're a very smart. You've been very smart lately.
No. You have Dan and Jordan at three.
Yeah.
They finished second here. Um, they had a really good week. I have them at three because of they're in a good spot. I think if I was ranking based off of how good they are compared to the rest, I'd still put them at five. But they're three for this for me.
Yeah.
You have Michael and Louis at two.
Here's the thing, and I'll explain a little bit. Yes, I do. These top two teams were really close for me. If Michael and Louis had finished second after 3 wins in a row, I might have still had them at number one. But they didn't finish second. They didn't finish third. They finished fourth. And when Michael and Louis were winning, Steve and Ellie were second or third.
Mm-hmm.
So that, like, these two teams are so close. If Michael and Louis had been second instead of fourth, I might still have them at one, but they didn't. So,
I do want to make the comment here though that I think a lot of that has to do with the simple fact
the flight,
of where they got on the plane,
yeah.
which is why I have a problem with everybody taking one plane ride.
Yeah. And when,
Easy solution. Easy solution. If everybody's going to have to take the same plane, let's fly them there and then release them based off of
yeah.
how.
And like, yes, if they had been near the front of the plane, maybe they finished second, maybe they finished first. But going to get food was their choice. Like, that's still on them for where they ended up on the plane. Like you said, they went and got food and are on the back of the plane because of that.
Right. I
So,
mean, it was still a bad decision totally. I
yeah, it's
just
still
I'm
their
just
fault.
saying that I think that's why that they are in fourth.
Yeah.
Because of that decision that put them an hour behind everybody
Yeah.
or the first three teams.
I thought for a second you were saying it was just because of the production twist of everyone starting at once. I'm like, yeah, but they chose to get food. I can't blame production for that entirely.
Right.
I don't like the flight thing, but Michael and
No.
Louis hurt themselves a little bit. And Jet and Cord almost went home, which wasn't because of the food thing.
Jet and Cord almost went home because of a coconut and because of a
Yeah.
bottle, not because they were on an hour
No,
late plane.
it's just funny that the other team that got food also like almost went home. And like
Hmm.
both of those teams dropped off. One directly because of the food, one maybe indirectly, I don't know. But
Right. And that puts Stephen Alley at number one for both of our teams.
They're
Or
really
both of our
good.
board. They're really good right now. They're strong. I don't know
Just keep
if
them
this
just keep them away from cars. But
I don't know if this bag thing is gonna mess with Allie's psyche at all. That would be my only concern right now, but they're super strong.
yeah.
Um, I do want to mention something that I saw today or yesterday. Have you been paying attention to challenge spoilers? Cast spoilers, I mean.
A little bit. I started looking at it one day and got distracted and never went back to it.
Okay, so yesterday they announced that we are going to have a new rookie on the Challenge 42 that is of Amazing Race descent.
Oh, nice.
It's going to be Anna Lee from season 35.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, she just did. Actually, it's really funny. So Anna Lee was a contestant on the last season of the floor with Rob Lowe, the trivia game,
Yeah.
and the category she was playing in was reality TV. And they showed a picture of the challenge, and she passed on the answer.
That's funny. And now she's gonna be on
And
it.
now she's going to be on the challenge.
Nice.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be really fun. I can't wait to see. Um, I mean, Amazing Race has had a pretty good track record here recently. Our last challenge champion male was an amazing racer
Yeah. So
from that season, or was it?
who was it again?
It was Jeremy.
I don't know. I don't remember seeing him, honestly.
You don't remember those two brothers? They were. Hang on.
I'm just drawing a blank right now.
Jeremy, Amazing Race. I'm looking it up. Liam and Jeremy. They were
35.
on
Yep.
35. They were on 35.
Yep.
Brothers. They were both in the military.
They slipped my Yeah, that slipped my mind.
And Jeremy is our newest challenge champion, male. So
Nice.
maybe Anna Lee can do it too.
Hopefully.
And we can really brag on this amazing race train. Um,
Next time Kylan's on the challenge, we can call him a former racer. That's not where he started, but if he wins, we can take credit for it.
I love Kyland.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, really, if any of those
Yeah.
amazing race 38ers are on there. Still waiting for Tucker to get the call, but we'll see.
Yeah. We'll see.
Um, anyway, this was a fun episode.
It was very fun.
Yeah. So, everybody make sure that you're checking out all of our other Reality Realm coverage. Tribal Council Chat is getting ready for season 50 of Survivor. A couple weeks ago, we did a draft, where I drafted the winning team. I can't wait to find out how that plays out, how I win.
We had the two
Um,
best teams in that draft.
easy. Yeah,
So
I don't think it's even close.
it's going to be a battle of the previous two champions all season, hopefully. Unless I just run away with it again and it's not a battle at all. But
Your trust. You're not running away.
I don't see that happening again. But oh well.
Two of your players are Q and D.
D, I think, will make merge.
I'm not convinced.
Q's going to be the first one gone from my team. I'm 100% convinced of that.
I'm
Based
also not convinced.
Just based on like a lot of the little clips I'm seeing and like the friend or foe thing or like the D friend or foe, there was more friends than I was expecting, but also one of CBS's videos of like, oh, who's someone that's shady or needs to go home first? And like half the answers were Q. Like,
Keep in mind also, our winner slayer only has her eyes on one winner.
eh, she can say that, but that doesn't mean people are going to go along with it.
Yeah, but they also could.
But also, I didn't think of this till Brett said it last time we were recording. People attribute that to her on All Stars, but like the first time Mogo Mogo went, Hatch was the first target anyway. Like that wasn't just a Jenna thing. Like she wasn't the only one doing that.
Right, but it's you always it's the same thing we were talking about with traders. Whoever is the loudest in the room will always get the credit.
Yeah. I'm just not convinced it's gonna work this time. I'm hoping for a heroes versus villains thing where the winners can get a little bit deeper in.
Maybe we'll see. Um, I really don't think that it's going to be a heroes versus villains thing in a way that's going to help Brett out at all.
No,
Um,
and I'm not expecting Dee to go super deep into the post merge, but I'd like to see her make the merge or make a couple one or two merge votes. I think that's possible.
sure, it's possible.
She
I'm
has
just not
Mike
convinced.
White on her tribe. She's not. I don't think she's the first person to go home on her tribe.
I'm not as convinced as either of you guys that Mike White is the first one gone anyway.
I hate that people do this, but a lot of people are like, oh, they don't need the money. Like people aren't going to want to keep him around.
I don't I, I don't think that there were as many people that were against Mike and the White Lotus as
True. Maybe I'm just saying it because I want it to happen.
I don't want it to happen.
I can see her making merge. I don't feel like that's me being like over the top optimistic about it. That feels reasonable.
I mean, I could see about anybody here making merge, and I could see about anybody here being the first boot.
Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun.
I mean, you just know that the boot order is going to be criminal, but when you have a
Can't
season
be
like this, it's always going to be.
can't be worse than the winners at War one.
I mean,
At least it'd be hard for it to be. Like the pre-merge boot list of that season is rough.
depends on who you're a fan of.
Fair. Well, yes, Ben went deep for you. Good job.
But I was more alluding to it didn't hurt my feelings for Boston Rob to go
Well, like
early.
Rob, Sandra, Parv, Ethan, like
It
those.
hurt my feelings for Amber to go early,
That's
but
another one. Like so many. Yeah, winners at
it
War boot order is rough.
it didn't hurt my feelings for Boston Rob or Sandra to go early.
Sandra just went home because she made a stupid decision,
Yeah.
and Denise made a stupid decision sending her home. So
It's not just Ben that I like that was there at the end though.
yeah,
I love Sarah Lucina.
yeah,
Uh I like Tony. I mean I was your guys'
yeah.
Tribal Council chat guest for the Tony episode.
True.
Anyway though, make sure you check out the Roundtable Talk, where we are getting ready to wrap up our season of Traders Season 4, as this coming Thursday will be the finale and the reunion show. Um, make sure you're checking out other stuff going on as it happens. Be on the lookout within the next few months this summer for Next Generation Challenge podcast, as well as hopefully Big Brother Brains, BB Brains. And yeah, check us out on our social medias, buy our Redbubble merch, and
Go,
the world's waiting for you. Good luck.
go, travel safe.
Go.
Go, go, go.